Hi, welcome. Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to talk about a bigger picture of as a common man with no experience in kind of investments, what can we do? Other than learning, but then let us try to understand how big is that ocean, and if we are not experienced enough, or if we are not good enough to take some decisions, and what would be the best way move forward based on those experienced mind what they're suggesting in past couple of years. So this video we're trying to focus on what is the bigger picture in terms of the stock market or mutual funds. Let's try to understand that. Now, um, now if you look at Indian opportunities in investing, as we discussed, NSE, BSE, as we speak, as probably in the last month's data, it shows there are 5,495 companies which are listed either in NSE or BSE. That means there are 5,495 businesses across India is listed in that one. Now, let's say, for example, in mutual funds, there are 2,500 actively managed mutual funds as we speak. Now, 5,000, pretty much 500 stocks listed, the companies or businesses, and then 2,500 mutual funds listed across as we speak. Now, I'm sure if you look at it like just a past 10 years data, there are many companies which has given extremely good results, and there are many companies I don't want to name, but then you can do your research, bankrupted completely. Whereas you can say the stock price was heading for 600 to 700 rupees, went to 2 rupees to 3 rupees, or even 5 rupees. So, it's not that, it's you're not going to find one diamond, two diamonds, or three diamonds so that you're going to see yourself succeeding in that particular stock. It's very difficult to find the big heroes or big businesses which are going to succeed in the future. Pretty much, if someone can predict, again, it's a future, they don't know. People can do all the analysis, everything, but no one knows what's going to happen in 10 years down the line and 20 years down the line. So, if we are not experienced, and what are the best options that we could have, or we could look at it in terms of whatever the savings we might be having as a part of it. So as I was mentioning, it's very difficult to find your own diamonds. How can you find your own diamonds out of 5,495? I mean, you cannot trade in all 5,495 companies, for obvious reasons. I mean, we don't have that much money to invest. Whatever we're talking about is whatever the 10-15% of savings which you're going to do over a period of time. We need to put it in the right places. Now, it's pretty much, if we are not good enough, and then also you see on an average 5,000 plus average stock brokers who are uh, licensed, or who are educated enough to help the people around to pick the right things. In terms of, there are so many apprentices that we come across in our daily lives. I'm not talking about those who are experienced, but then there are many things like what we do when we start a new job, and there are many things they will learn on the way, and then they're going to tell you. But everybody is going to tell you, this is the best one. Tell me one person tells you when he's selling a stock, or when he's selling either mutual funds or insurance or any kind of policies, or any kind of telling you to buy and invest in these stocks. Tell me one person who tells you. So that is not going to do well. Everybody is going to say this is the best thing that you ever get in your life, and that's how they will manipulate you to buy those things, and they will show you a moon in right in front of your hand, but then there's a lot of distance between a moon and earth. So you as a individual investor, and then I'm not talking about, don't be a trader at any time, as Warren Buffett says that if you can't invest for 10 years on any business or any stock, don't even wait for buying it, and then don't even keep for 10 minutes. So that's the thumb rule that he follows. He said that if you cannot invest for a long term in any business for 10 years, don't even plan buying it. So be that could be a stock or mutual funds, whatever. So he always believed and believes, and the long term is what you're going to gain the results. Of course, by picking the right things. So, like you and me, like who is not in the financial backgrounds, who is not into those education, unfortunately, we don't get to know these things on earlier stages. So, what can we do? And what can we do as a common man for us to, see at least to have our own stability on the money we had invested based on uh, the savings or things where you're going to keep. So this one we're going to talk about in our next session, and everyone talks about nowadays about the index funds. Index funds. Now, what is it? I pretty much on last previous videos I touched about those one, and again everybody has their own views about the index funds. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the top 4 greatest people who ever lived and who is living at present. Sorry. What are the views they have in the index funds? Obviously, they're from, they've been doing this and they're aged. You look at their age, you look at the number of years they're in a business, and you look at the number of, the amount they are pretty much either, doing it under the asset management or how much net worth they will have. So this is what we're going to, talk about briefly, and then I'm going to come with very good clips which touched my heart, and specifically when they're talking about index funds and how that can help us to see ourselves putting it. Again, as I said, I'm not recommending in any of these videos what you should be doing. I'm just trying to educate you in a bigger picture. I'm trying to put my views to see for you to go and do your research before you're investing anything. But I pretty much believe that if someone has that much of experience of say 80, 90 years of age and with 40, 50 years of financial expertise, people like you and me pretty much need to take those advices rather than a person who just started their apprenticeship and then you're going to ask them funds which one works better. No one can tell you what works better because they don't know the future. And what can we do is based on the education what we get to know. And again, you need to take your own chances to see yourself growing personally and professionally in terms of finances. With the note of that, I leave you today and stay blessed. So try to understand, and this is a bigger picture. NSE does about 5,500 companies and mutual funds and actively about 2,500, and find if we are not experienced enough how to find our diamonds is pretty much difficult task. And then but with the minimal returns, what can we do? And that we're going to learn in our next video. Try to understanding on index funds. Stay blessed, stay tuned, and wish you have a wonderful evening.